Now, a friend of mine wants to ask a few questions on this episode and on Tim Drake as a character.
Who wrote Tim Drake? Who made him?
Let's see, Marv Wolfman, who was the main writer of the New Teen Titans, the main Titans book of the '80s, along with main Bat editor Denny O'Neil, and he was carefully developed by the two of the main Bat writers at the time, Chuck Dixon and Alan Grant. And he was designed, and his costume was designed by famed '70s Batman artist Neil Adams.
And what did Neil Adams do? Like, was he a costume designer or?
He was like the big. He along with Denny O'Neil, brought Batman back to his darker roots in the '70s after the whole '60s Adam West campy Silver Age silliness.
So he made the series Batman again.
Yes, along with Denny O'Neil.
Right, and so they created what is considered Batman nowadays.
Yes.
With just Batman, but not like, because there's 1,000 different Robins now and different things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a Batman multiverse yet? Did they create that?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. You think it's gonna happen?
I don't know.
What happened in the Batman Lego movie?
I guess so. So, any more questions on Tim Drake?
Was he an industry plant? Was he just created to like fit into the new norm of?
Well, I think
economy
he's
in
the
United
more.
States?
I find a more sympathetic take on an industry plan because they needed a Robin that would work as a successor to Dick Grayson.
So they did it on purpose.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
So it's not an industry plant.
I guess you can say that,
Well, because in the 1940s, being a circus performer, poor, and all of that, is more.
And now, Tim is like a well-off kid who's nerdy, who's a fan of Batman and Robin,
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of, and since Batman was around for so long,
Yes.
it's already in the, I guess you could say, zeitgeist of
Yes.
the people they were looking for.
And figured out the identities of Batman and Robin as Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson on his own.
Yeah, sounds kind of like it was like set up on, like something was there to set up on purpose to like make thousands of millions of dollars.
Yes, you could say
it.
it in a harsh way. Yes.
Well, I don't know if it's harsh, if it's meant to be. If it brought the best solo series, didn't it?
For a long time, yes.
So what's wrong with that?
Yes.
Like he also got some of the best stories of
Yes.
out of all the, besides Dick Grayson, of course. 'Cause
Yes.
Dick Grayson's a classic.
Yes.
Yeah. And so Nightwing was doing what?
Leading the Titans in this time period.
And so that's why there was a third Robin.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So Robin was just literally like, we need a new Robin. And
Because the
second
writer
one-
of the Titans, Marv Wolfman, wanted the rights to Dick Grayson to himself. That's why he created a Nightwing identity for Dick Grayson. So
he just wanted to change.
well, Wolfman wanted sole control of Dick Grayson, so the Bat editors and in the Bat office needed a new Robin. So initially there was Jason Todd, and he got horribly murdered by the Joker, and then we got Tim Drake.
Right, like you mentioned earlier, how it got horribly on purpose because they voted for it.
Yes.
Which is even weirder to think about, that they even wanted. Like, the way that you described him before to me, he sounds more interesting than Dick Grayson. I mean, sorry, than Todd, than whatever his name is.
Which one?
The third Robin.
Tim Drake.
Tim
yes.
Drake. He sounded more interesting than Tim Drake.
Yeah, but he didn't work well Robin among readers at the time.
Right. Well, I don't know. Each their own, I guess. Like you said, it was during the Reagan administration, so it kind of makes sense that it was such a conservative viewpoint on a more aggressive character that should not. That didn't
Well,
fit
the street
in well.
orphan, yes.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it fits into the
Yes.
to the current economy of
The 1980s.
Well, aren't comic book readers more conservative, or are they anybody? That's what I always was wondering.
I wouldn't say conservative, but it was the 80s, so Reaganomics, so yes.
Right, just instantly something like that could just not work because because it makes
views of people in economically disadvantaged backgrounds was seen in a less sympathetic light in the 80s.
Right. Yeah. And,
you can't trust these poor people because they might have drugs or have bad behavior. You know.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense actually. Yeah. Because that's not. So it was like systemic.
Yes.
Not like racism or anything.
Yes.
Like systemic of like. They could be poor, so they're
shockingly Jason had enough fans for him to live, but unfortunately he had a lot of votes for him to die. So.
But the die outweighed.
Yes.
But it is an interesting death though.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in comparison to like, no one really died that way ever before in the Batman series.
No.
So
besides the death of like his parents, you know.
Right, they were shot.
Yes.
No one was beaten to death, and then like a bomb.
Yes.
Like that is like the most intense thing that ever happened.
He probably should have stayed dead because you can't top that, you know.
Yeah, you can't. But who brought him alive? Why did they bring him alive again? I always. Because then he didn't become Robin again.
He became
his own thing.
Red Hood.
Yeah.
Because
he can't even kill.
Because a mid 2000s writer thought, what if we have an edgy anti-hero foil for Batman because he with guns, and also there was a plan to kill off Dick Grayson and have Jason be Nightwing.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Because an editor in the mid 2000s hated Dick Grayson.
What's wrong with Dick Grayson? He's the classic.
Because the editor thought it made Batman look too old.
Oh, okay. So I guess that see, they never want Batman to age. They never want any superhero to age. So there's only one superhero that aged, and they said "fuck you." I mean, then like
yes.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Nope, you can't age Spider-Man. You can have a kid, you could be married, but not anymore."
Ironically, that same editor loved Damian, so that's why Damian got so much push in the New 52.
Right.
Even though that.
And don't forget about the new person that loves Damian too. What's his name? The Guardians of the Galaxy director.
Yeah, James Gunn. Yes.
He loves Damian, so we're kind of
which is kind of hypocritical because Batman having a actual biological son already ages him. So.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I think that's why they're pushing for it, because then they can actually finally age him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, anything else?
Any other question on Tim Drake and his 90s Robin solo?
I don't even think I even asked that question. I was talking about the second Robin the whole time.
But any more questions on Tim Drake?
Tim Drake is a great. He was just created because they needed control over Robin. Because of the Nightwing and Dick Grayson thing going on by the original by that writer.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, he was forced just like the second Robin,
mm-hmm.
but for some odd reason he was more loved and accepted because he fit what the audience was looking for. He wasn't like subversive like the second Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one was like questionable to the audience. Third Robin was just accepted instantly.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, you were great. We want you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. In the 90s, yes. Mm-hmm. And with Tim, it's creation of the modern Bat family with Nightwing and Oracle and Spoiler and Huntress and the Cassandra Cain Batgirl. So Tim Drake is why we have, in a way, why there were so many Batman spin-off titles in the 90s. Yeah.
Right. So, in the Batman spin-off titles are all based on Tim Drake?
No, the success of his ongoing inspired others, for Nightwing to get his own ongoing.
How good were they?
Pretty good,
Oh, okay. Right. That's how Nightwing became Nightwing. And that's how Nightwing wasn't just part of the Titans anymore.
No, because, Titans got ended in the early 90s, and so you guys own ongoing with his own city and Rogues Gallery, yeah.
Was it actually good?
For a while.
Was it better than Tim Drake's?
I think about the same quality level.
Right, so they really put an effort on it.
Yes.
And so that means the head editor or whatever didn't get the rights to him.
No, he got his rights back after the Titans ended,
okay, and that's where that came from.
Yes.
So even though he worked for DC, still he owned the rights to Dick Grayson and Nightwing.
The main bat editor of the time, Denny O'Neil, yes.
Oh, okay. That's so that's okay. I don't know what else to say. I don't know any questions. But
or I guess you want to ask, how come Batman didn't choose Dick as his successor?
Oh yeah, why? Yeah, why didn't? Yeah, that was a good question.
Because Nightwing was busy leading the Titans, and Bruce and Dick had a bit of a falling out. So yeah.
Oh yeah, like the '90s.
Yeah.
The '90s Batman cartoon put a good
Yes.
description. Was that exactly how the fallout happened, or was it different in the comics from the '90s Batman cartoon?
A bit less aggressive, but it can boil down to Dick wanted to be his own man, and yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that's why he's not Batman too.
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever became Batman? Like, I know he like took over like Batman's
temporarily, but he's still Nightwing.
Oh, okay. So there's only been one Batman this whole time.
Yes.
And the Batman has never had a replacement, like a full on.
No.
Like a full replacement.
No.
Okay. You think he ever will? Do you think he'll ever?
Kind of hard.
You think Bruce Wayne forever?
Because DC kind of moved away from the legacy thing in the 2000s. So
they don't have legacy heroes anymore.
Unless you count Damian, you know.
Oh, okay. But Damian's an ant. No one likes Damian.
And John Kent's Superboy Man.
Oh wait, so you talking about Superboy Man? Who's Super? I don't know. Is that
Superboy.
Is that his son?
Yes, or who was artificially aged up to be another Superman.
Oh, okay. So technically, Superman does have a legacy hero.
Yes, his own artificially aged up son.
And that's uncommon for DC now?
The legacy characters of recent times are all biological sons.
Oh, okay. Any daughters?
No, only biological sons of Batman and
Wonder
Superman.
Woman legacy hero. They're sexist.
No.
You're saying they're sexist.
I would say biological sons are more loved by DC in modern times.
Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Well,
okay.
I think that's about it.
Okay then.
And we'll say...
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.